All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much again for taking time out of your day to attend. My name is Morgan, and I'm one of the advisors here at the School of Continuing Studies. One of the programs I advise on is the Certificate in Business Administration, which of course we'll be talking about today. And I'm so delighted to be able to present this to you because we've newly redesigned this program. I'm here today with our program manager, Todd Rich, and he'll be speaking about the program as well. And let's just go through the agenda of what we're going to talk about on this webinar. I'm going to tell you a little bit about York. We're going to go through the business administration program information, discuss online learning, the schedule, how to register, and then we're going to finish with some Q&A. We'd be happy to answer your questions at the end, and how you can ask questions to us is on the right-hand side of your screen. You'll see the GoToWebinar dashboard. You can see either the question box or the chat box, and you can type your questions in there, and hopefully we'll have time to go through as many as possible at the end. So let me tell you a little bit about York University. We were founded in 1959, and we're currently the third largest university in Canada. Our community comprises of over 46,000 undergraduate students and approximately 6,000 graduate students. Almost 12,000 international students are from 178 different countries. We have many faculty and staff, and most of the instructors here are in the top of their field. So we have world-class rankings in many of our programs. I'm now going to pass over to Todd Rich, who will share more information about this particular program, our Certificate in Business Administration.
Hi, everyone. Sorry for the little technical thing there. We're just sort of sharing the video camera and the microphone. So as Morgan said, my name is Todd Rich, and I am the program manager here at the School of Continuing Studies. I'm fairly new to joining the team, but for many years I worked at another university in a very similar role. And as program manager, I manage most aspects of the program, from budgeting to hiring instructors to curriculum. And really the most important thing I do is making sure that you have a very positive and successful experience. And you should also note that I do not teach any of the courses. Let's start by talking about some of the key features of our program. As I assume you all know, the part-time program that we offer is fully online. And I'll talk more about the online format later in the presentation, but at a high level, just know that online means that you have the flexibility to balance life, work, family while completing the program. As Morgan mentioned, our instructors are award-winning and come from industry. So they understand the theory behind the concepts, and they'll obviously share their stories and their experiences with you in the classroom. One of the main differentiators about our program and some of the others out there is that you can complete our entire program in 9 months. So obviously it's a short duration. We also have a cohort model where students who enroll in the program will go through the program together as a group. And what's nice about that is people have a chance to network, share their experiences, and build relationships which will extend beyond the classroom. And the last thing I just want to mention is that our program was developed by industry experts. So we had put together an advisory board of world national companies, and they really helped us determine the knowledge and skill areas that were most important. So as you go through the program, you'll see that the program is current and obviously meets the needs of employers. I just thought it might be interesting to see some of the companies that these folks work for. So you can see there's obviously York and Scotiabank and Air Canada and Ontario Hospital Association. So, you know, very successful companies, and all the people who helped us develop this program were senior executives. So who should take this program? Obviously, people who are new or inspiring managers would benefit from this program. And I say this often, but to me, it doesn't really matter what you're doing. If you're working for a nonprofit, for a for-profit, in healthcare and IT, everyone should really have a sense of how business functions. So again, that's sort of the premise of how this program was developed. The other group that would be interested in this program are current professionals who are looking for foundational business skills. And obviously people who are currently working and looking to be future leaders in their company. Again, having this credential, having the knowledge and skills in these areas will obviously, I think, help people find their way to be a future leader in a company. And then there's obviously career changers, people who maybe are changing jobs or people looking for advancements within a company. So let's talk about the courses. Here's a list of the 5 courses that we offer in our program. And you'll see by the names of the courses, it does cover the basic knowledge and skills areas, as I mentioned before, to be successful in business. Each course can be completed over a 9-week period, except the project management course, which we designed over a 4-week period. I encourage you to go onto our website to read the course descriptions, but I'll give you a basic, understanding of what each course is about. But again, there's lots more information on our website. So the Introduction to Business course really is a strategic course that looks at the internal and external challenges that businesses face today. The Introduction to Accounting course really looks at the basic financial and managerial accounting concepts, and you learn as a business person how to make decisions based on financial information. The Introduction to Marketing course really covers the fundamental concepts of marketing, looking at it from a consumer perspective. The Human Resources course looks at the basic principles and concepts of human resources and provides a context for the challenges that HR professionals are facing today. And the last course, the Project Management course, really is becoming an essential skill for all business professionals because there are more and more projects that people are trying to balance and get to an endpoint that are successful. And in this course, you'll learn problem-based approaches to planning, budgeting, implementing, and completing small and large-scale projects. So again, you can see these are core concepts that anyone in business, if they're starting out, if they're middle managers, needs to know and understand. Let's now take a look at the online format. So we built our courses to be flexible, and sometimes you may hear the word asynchronous. And as I sort of said earlier, it just allows you to balance life, work, and your coursework. There are no specific deadlines each week that you have to complete certain tasks, so when you go online is really up to you. So some people do this in the morning, maybe their manager allows them to do some of their coursework during the day, or maybe if you have kids and you have to put the kids to bed, you do that work. So there is a schedule when things have to be complete, but when you do those things during the week really is up to you. The course content is available 24/7. So again, finding time to access the material is never a problem. And in terms of the content itself, the way we've designed our courses, we have what we call narrated PowerPoint slides, which are like the lecture part of the course. There's group discussions. There's online articles and videos to help supplement your learning. And all these things together will allow you to learn the concepts in a very comprehensive way. Our courses are facilitated by instructors, so you don't have to worry about doing these as a self-directed course. The instructor is available to answer questions, to probe you, to delve deeper into the topic, to provide feedback on your assignments and activities to make sure you're staying on track and learning the material. So they are available to you throughout the entire course. As I mentioned, there are group discussions. So there's usually groups of, let's say, 5 to 10 students. They'd work on the problem for the week. they'd be sharing their responses and learning from each other. So you're not just learning from your instructor, but you're obviously learning from other students and their experiences. All the courses do have assignments and quizzes, so just be aware that these are courses that you will be assessed on. And we usually tell students to budget around 5 to 8 hours per week of effort, and that includes your textbook readings, doing the assignments, working on the discussion boards, watching the videos and such. So again, just in terms of planning your time, that's what you should expect per week. And the last part I want to make people aware of is that our courses are actually administered through a software called Moodle. Some of you may have heard of Moodle, or sometimes people know Blackboard or Desire to Learn. These are all course management systems, and York uses something called Moodle. I'm going to pass it back to Morgan now, who's going to talk a little bit about the schedule and the registration process.
All right, hello again, everyone. So let's start off with the program schedule. So we do have the certificate starting next in September, with the first day of classes being on September 5th. We will accept registration still, and we have some spots open left in our September program. So it's not too late to register if you're thinking of beginning soon. I'm available by phone or by email. You can also book an appointment to come see me in person if you'd like. So there's lots of time for us to chat about the program if you have more questions. And of course, we're answering questions today on this webinar. The course has been specifically designed now, starting in September, to be completed in 9 months, as we understand that students want to get certified, get this credential as soon as possible, and move on to whatever career goals they have. So the session that starts in September will finish in May. And then we also have a program starting in winter as well, so January 16th, which would be completed in September of 2018. We're going to go ahead and show you how to register through our website. So registration through our website, registration can be done online. I can send you the direct link, or you can navigate our website, continue.yorku.ca, and we'll share all our contact information at the end. So once you go to the part-time certificate in business administration page, you'll click on enroll. You'll click on the session fall or winter. Click on the registration button. There we go. Oh,
yeah, it's not working for some
looks
reason.
like it's not working on our computer, but we'll look into that and make sure it is working on yours. And again, I can send you the link to that. And just so you know, this program is direct entry registration. So there is no application. You'll be able to simply select the session that you'd like to enroll in and follow through with payment. The fee for the entire program is $3,625, and there's 2 different ways of payment. You can pay 100% of the fees at the time you register, or you can select our installment plan. The installment plan does have a one-time fee of $125 the first time that you make payment. If you select our installment plan, you would pay $2,175 at the time of registration plus the $175. And then your second payment, if you're registering for fall, is $1,450, and the deadline for that would be February 1st, 2018. Additional fees over and above tuition would only include textbooks and the possibility of our third-party online proctoring service. So for textbooks, budget's approximately $200 per course per textbook, and the exam will be written online, so you may need to book through our online proctoring service, which is approximately $30 US per course. So we'll go ahead now to our question and answer period. If you have questions for either of us, we're happy to answer them for you now. Again, on the right-hand side, there is a question or a chat box. Feel free to type your questions in whichever one that you see. I'll also, in the meantime, while we're waiting for any questions to come through, click to our next slide and leave this up for you, which has our information. So continue.yorku.ca is our website, and you'd click the Certificate in Business Administration, select the part-time online option. If you want to be in contact with me, you can get me at the email address continue@yorku.ca, which some of you I may have been emailing with back and forth already. I'd be happy to answer any other questions for you. You may also be in contact with Allison, who is our registration coordinator. So if you have payment questions regarding our payment plan or having any issues with our registration, or if you would like to come in person and pay by debit, you can contact Allison. Her email address is regscs@yorku.ca, and our direct line to reach any of us is 416-736-5616.
While some of those questions are being posed, and so far there's no questions, which is fine as well. Maybe we answered all of your questions in the presentation, but I do know that people have to, maybe jump off the line at some point. So I just want to also say thanks for joining us today. We know people have busy schedules, and we appreciate you learning more about our program. Obviously, we hope that you would consider registering in our program for the fall. There is also a winter offering, so again, in terms of your schedule and your time, if that works better for you, there is another program starting in the winter term, which will be in January. So it doesn't look like there are any questions. Morgan and I are happy to stay online as long as needed. You have our contact information on the screen, so if you want to speak offline, if you have a specific question about the content or about a course or what's covered or any of those kinds of details, certainly reach out. We'd be happy to share any of those kinds of details with you. Otherwise, if there are no questions, I guess enjoy the rest of your day and reach out if you do have questions that might come up later. Otherwise, thanks again for joining us.